Yeah, so hello there guys, it's Spanky here, and I've got a lot of requests on this intro that I made for Fly High. So here it is, just watch it for now. And we are talking about this space. Yeah, so I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I kinda like it, and as I can see, most people like it, and they asked me to do a tutorial on this, and I'm sorry guys, but I really can't do it like step by step, because that would take like 2 hours. I'm not really good at this, but I have a project file there, and I think I will just tell you guys how to achieve this kind of effects. So let me just hop in to Cinema 4D, and I guess already open. Okay, whatever. Okay, so as you can probably see, there's a lot going on right here, and so basically we've got the L Studio. This is from Grayscale Gorilla Kit HDR Studio Pack, I guess that's how it's called, but you can also create a plane and just bend it a little so that you will achieve the same kind of effects. And it was just to catch some of the reflections that are going on right there. And we also added I also added a material. Well, let me see, which one is this? Yeah, the one called Room. So basically it has a little bit of a reflection with a Fresnel added. I don't know why it's on 0, but anyway, you just have to add some reflection. You just have to make it really low, because we don't want this to be that reflective, because this will ruin the whole scene. And you also want to add this kind of a funky little specular level, so that the light really reflects nicely, as if it was some kind of a plastic, kind of a reflective thing. I don't really know how to call it, but it looks kind of nice. This was what I used. And I've torn apart this high text with a plugin called X-Breaker, and I can't really tell you how to use it, because the latest version of this plugin is I'm sorry, this is my phone. It's only for Cinema 4D version 12 or 11.5, and I'm currently using the 13, so that's not really possible at this place. But you know, it's very simple. You can just go to YouTube and type in X-Breaker plugin tutorial, and we'll tell you everything. I think I used 10 pieces for the purposes of this project. And I also checked this little box that said different material for the inner part and from the outer part, and this was what really gave me a lot of flexibility while creating this kind of white and blue effects. And as for the materials, because I really like to talk about them, because I guess that's the thing that I'm most proud of in this project. So this is the material of this inner parts of high text, and you can see there's nothing really funky going on. There's a reflection with a Fresnel. Well, the brightness and strength is kind of a normal thing. I didn't touch specular, but I left it on, and you can see the luminance. The luminance is what gives me this I don't know if I'll be able to catch it right here. with all the GI and all that stuff. But if you look at it really closely, you can see that right here where these blue parts are happening, it kinda have a little bit of luminance on it, and it really gives you this depth, this nice effect. It's a nice effect. That's what I wanted to achieve, and that's what I achieved, hopefully. Yeah, so this is the material for the fly text, and there's nothing really going on. There's just some color and reflection with a Fresnel. Of course, you mustn't forget about this, because it will hurt. It will hurt if you do. Okay, so let's get to the main part, and I'm talking about, oh, what the hell. Okay, I'm kinda lost. Let's just, yeah, we're back. Oh, we're not. Oh, here we are. Okay. Fuck. I'm sorry guys, I'm such a fucking noob. Yeah, here we, oh no. Okay, yeah, we're kinda back. Yes, we're back. Okay, so the main thing that most people asked for is how I made these parts of text flow, and how I connected these parts with these funky with this funky line. And this is very simple, because when you use Xbreaker, it will give you basically each letter in this fracture object, and when you give this fracture object go, you can actually see that it's divided to pieces. So you basically, what you want to do is basically take these pieces that you want to fly, take these pieces, take them out of this fracture object, and put it into another one, just like I did here. And you can see that in this fracture object you have all these pieces that are flowing as the time goes. So you basically have to do this thing, and you also have to give it a MoGraph tag, in this case dynamics body, so that it will flow, it will move. And I also added a random effector that only affects the rotation, just gives it a little bit of rotation, because otherwise it would be really boring. And when it's kind of, you know, it's a slow move, but it's there, it's kind of rotating, and it gives you this nice, I don't know, spacey look, I guess, like no gravity. So if you don't add this, you won't have this, and these parts of text will be very plain. Okay, and as for the tracer object, what you need to do is basically create a little circle, and yeah, here we have it. You have to really make it very, very small, like, I don't know, where is this circle? Yeah, here it is, like, I don't know, 20 centimeters radius or something like this, maybe even smaller, maybe something like 5. Yeah. And then you have to give it a sweep NURBS, and then you have to parent these two things to a tracer object. So just like it's here. So let me just delete it. It's right here, so you can see the sweep NURBS, and connected to it are the circle and the tracer object. And the tracer object is a very cool thing that lets you connect the objects, yeah, just like the tracer, just like the name intends. So and just put the trace link. The trace link is what it's gonna connect. So you basically have to select this fracture object that you created, and then, well, I guess that's kind of it. I don't know what else I could tell you about. Yeah, and also how to animate it, because as you can see, when it starts flowing there's no tracer, and then it kind of starts to pop out, as you can see right here. I'm sorry, but with all this GI I really have a shitty computer, so that's really hard for it to render. Okay, and what you need to do is animate in the sweep knobs. You have to animate the start growth, and well, you just keyframe, you know how to do it, I'm sure. You just in the place when you want to start animation, you just go right click, animation, add keyframe, then you move a couple of frames, change the oh my god, change the value. Yeah, I found this word. Change the value and add another keyframe, and you basically have the animation that you need. Okay, so as for the lightning, let me just zoom out. As for the lightning, it's very simple. It's just one plain overhead softbox from Grayscale Gorilla Kits. It's very simple yet nice. I think I reduced the brightness a little, so it's not so very bright, but that's all the lightning here, really. You don't need anything else. You just need something for this text to reflect, so nothing really much to it. And then I just animated some cameras, so you can, oh, I turned them off. Okay, now it should be, oh, it's not. Oh, because it was in the other area of the project. But anyway, you just have to add some cameras and just animate it nicely. And then what you might want to do, I didn't do it, but it was just me being stupid. If you go to the render settings, edit render settings, of course you have to add global illumination. I'm sorry. You have to put gamma on 2.2 if you're working on Windows. And I also try to mess with depth of field, but it's not really worth it. It's really hard to set up, so it's easier to just compose it in After Effects. But what you might want to do is to add a little bit of ambient occlusion, and if you just add it to, I don't know, something like 150, I'm just guessing, and then if we turn on this camera again, and if we looked at it, we could get some really interesting results. So as you can already see, there's too much of this shadow going on, and it's kind of grainy, but I will tell you, when it moves, when it's in the move, it won't be that bad. It will be barely visible, so you can just leave it like that, but you really have to reduce these shadows. So let me just get back to it, and okay, maybe give it like 75, something like this, and let's see how it looks right now. Yeah, because this is what I really missed about this project, this shadows. And just the same day that I released it, I found out about ambient occlusion, I found out how to use it, and I was kind of upset because, you know, I really want to get these nice shadows and I couldn't do it because I didn't know how to But anyway, this is an overall breakthrough of this project. If you have any questions, just PM me or just write a comment. I will answer each of them, because, you know, I really like helping people out. That's why I'm recording this. And this is basically it. This is the whole effect. It's not really that complicated. You just have to, you know, you just have to play with it a little. So, see you soon. Bye.